Welcome back to the Decent Garage. In today's video, this has been a long time coming, but we finally got a two-post lift. So this is a 12,000 pound two-post lift. The brand is Wise, and it was sent to me by Bilt Hard. I can't thank them enough for taking the risk and sending me something like this. I really appreciate it. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna unbox it, we're gonna install it, and we are going to use it and see how it works, and I'm gonna give you my honest review. I'm really excited. I've always wanted a two-post lift. I think we can use it for a ton of the projects on the channel, so let's get unboxing it. I read through the installation instructions, and obviously we need some concrete anchors, so I was just checking in here to see if they came with it. I don't see them so far. So we'll find out if they came with it or not, and then you will know. But this looks like our hydraulic pump, so we won't need to install this for a little while. Just check if there's anything else in there. Nope. Okay, we'll set this aside. So I've got some good news. I dug down into this bottom post to see what else was in here. We've got the bag full of shims, and that's if your floor is not perfectly level, so you can shim it and make the lift level. It's got the knob for the hydraulic lever, and it's got a bag of some heavy duty concrete anchors, perfect size, which I'm glad it came with them. I was about to get online and order them, and that was gonna set me back probably 5 or 6 days, but it came with them, so that's awesome. Now I showed you that I found all the anchors that they provided with the kit. Here's the issue I had with it. They provided these, there's the style of anchor called a striker anchor, where you put it in and you pound that thing down, which expands the tip, and then you bolt it in. I've never used this kind of anchor. It might work fine. The other issue is this is an 18 millimeter anchor. They say to have the 18 millimeter anchor and drill a 19 millimeter hole. Well, I could not find a 19 millimeter concrete bit. So what I did, I had a buddy, he had some 3/4 inch anchors. They're the same length as the ones that were provided, but they're 3/4 inch. I have a 3/4 inch concrete bit. They're the different style that as you tighten it down, it actually expands this, which is the style I'm used to and I've had really good luck with. So I'm gonna swap out to these. I think these other ones would work, but I was a little leery drilling a 3/4 inch hole for an 18 millimeter bolt. That's a little too big of a hole for this bolt. So we're gonna save these for a different project. We're gonna use these. I also got some anchoring epoxy that we're gonna throw down in the hole as well. So let's get these stood up and then anchor it down. So this came attached to this big metal brace, and I'm sure that was just for shipping purposes. You can see it kind of got banged up, but again, that's why they do it, so it doesn't bang up the lift. So we've got both posts hooked to there. You saw I already pulled out, this is probably the floor plate to cover the stuff that goes across between the lift. We got to get this unattached from here and somehow move it and stand it up. But before we do that, I think we should kind of push the Ultimate American Truck Build back and get all our measurements, kind of draw out exactly where we need it. So I got it all mapped out where the base plate's gonna go. You can see it's all penciled on there, both sides. And then I put kind of the connecting plate in there, and it is perfect. So I got all my measurements right, and that should be good to go. So now we're gonna see if by myself I can get these posts stood up and drill the holes and bolt them down. Would you look at that? I am so excited. As you saw, my wife and I lifted them up. Had to finagle them around with the cherry picker and with some dollies, but it all worked really well. Definitely doable without having some type of heavy equipment. So I got all the measurements verified. These are exactly where they're supposed to be. So we need to drill our holes, put our concrete anchors in with our anchoring epoxy, and then the posts will be exactly where they need to be, and we can finish installing the rest. All right, all our holes are drilled. We've got our anchors. Now, I didn't realize this, but it calls for 6 anchors per post. I actually only bought 4 per post, so we're gonna use 2 of the ones that they sent with it per post. So we'll have 4 of the ones that I got and 2 of the ones that they sent, and that should be fine. So here's the anchoring adhesive I got from Sika. It's an epoxy adhesive. So we gotta open this up. I just kind of read the directions. We'll go one by one, put some epoxy in there. And we'll come back around with a torque wrench and torque them all down to spec. Okay, I got them anchored down. Now, I actually tried one of these, and maybe I'm doing it wrong, but this thing sucked. When I tried to tighten the nut down on it, it basically just sucked it right out. So, what I did, I got 4 on each post, so I need 2 more back here, and 2 more over there on the same side. So I've got to get those, but I got the other ones torqued down to 150 foot-pounds. But here we are. Looks really good. Let me know what you think. Now that our posts are installed, we need to install our motor, the arms. We need to run the cables between the 2 posts, and probably a couple other things. Oh, we need to wire it in. So let's get the motor installed and then run the cables. Well, we're missing a piece, so I'm gonna have to wait to get it. It's this piece right here that goes on the locking mechanism for the other post. So I can't find it anywhere, and also missing a snap ring on this side to hold everything together. So we're gonna have to wait for those parts, put that on there, and then we'll have our locking mechanism all tied together. But we're not gonna let that stop us. We'll have to wait for those parts for the locking mechanism so we can hook up the cables. In the meantime, let's go ahead and wire everything in to our outlet that we installed up above when we wired the shop. I think we can still lift this up, it'll lock in, and we can run our cables and get them all secured. There we go. Now with running these steel cables, I want to be very careful because we've got this truck right here. So we're gonna put some moving blankets over the fenders to be extra careful. There we go. Now I've been trying to follow the instruction manual as I do this, and it was good for finding out the measurements we need for where the post should be. Besides that, it has not been helpful, but I found something better. I noticed there's a QR code here. Scan that QR code and there is a video that details exactly how to put this thing together. I've kind of gone out of order after watching the video, but watch that, that'll help a ton. So the actual written instructions, not super helpful, but that video is perfect. All right, our cables are in. You can see them down here in the rail. We've got our hydraulic line in as well. So I'm going to make sure the hydraulic line's all tightened down, and then we can put on our cover for this piece. Ah, shoot. We have one more thing we need to run through there. We've got to run this cable for the release mechanism. So let's take it off, do that real quick. That's really easy. Okay, so on this release cable thing, make sure to watch the tutorial video. It's not hard. You just have to zip tie it in 2 spots on both posts. One of them is really hard to get to, but here's what it looks like right there. It goes up, comes out right here, and comes into this piece. And then that's the piece I'm missing on the mechanism on this side. Goes down, goes through the track, comes up, and comes out to this piece, and it hooks to that mechanism right there. So when you pull this, it pulls both sides the release lever, which is what is hooking the lift part on. So just got to get that part to finish installing that side, but I can now put the little floor cover on. I'm getting ahead of myself, but let's get the arms put on just so it looks like a nice lift. All right, we've got the arms on. We have to put the feet on here, so we'll do that. We have to wire it up, and we have to add our hydraulic fluid, and then we can test it out. Now, the biggest downside of our 12,000 pound lift is that it doesn't have the brace across the top, which means the cables have to go down here on the bottom. That's great for overhead room and not having to worry about that, but what it's bad for is if we have a non-operable vehicle and we have to roll it up to the front of the shop, we're gonna have to roll it over this. So that's why I brought the secret weapon. So here we've got trusty Lieutenant Dan. This is our CJ5 Army Jeep. And I've got a kinetic energy recovery rope from Mighty Products. Now this is definitely built to be pulling stuff out of some precarious situations, but I don't see a reason why we couldn't use it to pull this truck forward into the shop. So we're gonna use the hooks on Lieutenant Dan, hook it up to the axle, just tug it forward, and that should do the trick. Well, that worked. Lieutenant Dan doing its job. We actually did have to do kind of a bump with the kinetic rope to get it over that. But no problem for this. It's huge. It's like a 2-inch diameter rope. And like I said, it's like some type of bungee cord in there, so it stretches when you hit it. You see a lot of the off-road guys use these for recoveries, so check it out, Mighty Products. They have some good stuff. All right, while we wait on that part for the lock system, we're gonna finish the last 2 major steps. We gotta add our oil here to the reservoir, and we gotta wire it in. I've already put a junction box up there, but we gotta run the wire for it and figure out how we're gonna tap it into this harness right here. Okay, so I've got the conduit coming down here. I use these magnets with zip ties to hook it right to the post. But here's how anal I'm being about this. You can see the conduit is not coming perfectly straight down. So I'm going to climb up, pull the face off the box, pull the wire out, move the box over. Looks like pretty much almost under that brace right there, and then it should come straight down. I just think when you open the door and look in here, I don't want to see a crooked piece of conduit. I want it to look as straight as possible. All right, there we go. See if you can see it. But it is a perfect straight drop. Let me take you to the other side. There we go. Okay, now we just gotta take it from our conduit and wire it in. Okay, we got it in. I actually went behind the box, brought it in from this side because we've got more room over on this side. So here's our breaker. I went with a 30 amp breaker. What you do for that, we got the white and the black going to the breaker, and we got our ground going to the ground bar. And I believe that's how you wire a 220. All right, let me go flip the breaker and we'll see how it works. Okay, no sparks or explosions. It worked. So I think it has to fill the rams with fluid. All right, let me check out the instruction manual real quick. Woo! It's going up. Okay, so I need to adjust them. You can hear the locks. They should click at the same time, I do believe. So this one's clicking first, then that one. So that one needs to be a little bit higher, but this is exciting. This is very, very exciting. Okay, up we go. Oh yeah. Woo! All right, success. We have the truck lifted up just a little bit, as you can see. So I do need to adjust the arms from side to side. This arm seems to be a little bit lower than the other side, but that should be easy to adjust. And then we need this piece to come so that I can just use the lever over there to release the safety catches. Well, we did it. We officially have a 12,000 pound two-post lift in our new shop. This is a huge moment for the channel. I never thought I would get to the point where I had a shop, especially with a lift in it, but the progress keeps happening. We got to get this truck finished for SEMA 2025. We've got 2 months left to finish it. I hope you enjoyed that install. If you want some information on this lift, I'll put some in the description of the video. I'm quite satisfied with the quality, with the install process. Their customer service was also great when some of the parts didn't show up. So I hope you enjoyed that video. We will see you guys in the next one.